this is Modesty 33 here, aka Crystal with a C, and I'm back at you with my day 2 of my London vlog. If you missed day 1, please go back to the other video. It is there. I did arrive. Everything pretty much went well as far as getting here. I'm just kind of talking low because people, I'm getting my guests and company their sleep, so it's kind of late. It's probably about midnight here. But again, if you enjoyed my last video and my subsequent other videos that I've made, which I've just started on YouTube, I've been making videos for about 3 weeks now. But please like my videos. Please comment below. Anything you want to see or anything that you liked about the blog or didn't like, you can do that as well. Again, I'm a new vlogger, so just keep that in mind. But so I'm not gonna have stellar editing picture quality at this moment. I'm filming on an old camera with a Dollar Tree selfie stick, so that's what we're about right now. That's this life. But just want to thank you all for watching. Though I have 9 subscribers right now, and I just want to thank each and every one of you for watching and subscribing. So again, if you like this content, please like, comment, and share my videos. But again, I'm gonna get into it, and this is just my introduction. I'm gonna kind of show you some clips of kind of some things we got into today. But again, this is day 2. So basically today, we went kind of downtown. We went to central London, and went to Buckingham Palace as well as St. James. So yeah, we went to the park and kind of hung out there for a while. Then we also went to Big Ben, but my camera died before I could get like the footage of Big Ben. So I'll probably have to insert some pictures when I get back of what that looked like. So just kind of want to give you a preface before I show like some of the clips from earlier today. But like interesting thing which I want to kind of pose to you guys, because we were talking and having a conversation, and like having a conversation about the climate here, and just kind of like when I say about the weather, when I say climate, I'm talking about racially. And there are like a lot of blacks here. And when I say black, and I just want to let this be like an educational moment. So when I say black, I'm not referring to African Americans. I'm referring to people who are people of color, basically. So, you can be black and you can be from Jamaica or the Caribbeans or Dominican Republic. So, there are a lot of black people here. And this is what my experience was 10 years ago when I was here too, because like my supervisor for my internship, she was black and she was from Trinidad. And there were like a lot of black nurses that I worked with, and a lot of them were from the islands or from Trinidad. Um, but you notice there are a lot of black people here, but there aren't a lot of African Americans. So we had like a discussion today, and I just want to kind of pose it to you guys, and this isn't judgmental or anything like that. It's just a question that you can comment below what your thoughts are, or you just kind of think about it. But essentially, we were talking about why more African Americans don't travel abroad. Um, and so that's a question I want to pose to you guys who are watching this video. And like, if you are a person of color, um, well, if you're African American, actually, because I've already established early on in my videos that people of color clearly do travel, or they clearly live in other countries. But I want to know specifically why, like, African Americans, because I'm an African American, but why African Americans don't like travel abroad. So that's just something that I was kind of thinking about today. It was just something I was kind of thinking about today when we were talking. Um, and I will go ahead, since I posed the question, be the first one to answer, because clearly I'm here in London, and I've been to London. I've been to London, Ireland, Scotland, Paris. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. So I've been to all those places, but it's been 10 years really since I've been to London the first time. And I remember my reason for wanting to go in the first place. I was in like school, I was in my master's degree program, and I'm a social worker in case I don't know if I mentioned that, but I do social work. And at the time, I was in my master's level program at Florida State University. Um, and I was with two other girls, and we were looking on our bulletin board after class. And I say girls, but they were probably older than me. They were master students. One was married and had a child. One, she was doing a dual degree in social work as well as law school. So we were looking on our board after class. It was just like a general bulletin board, just giving you information. And on the board, it was talking about international programs that you could do in social work. You could go to Ireland, you could go to London, you can go to South Africa, and like the one girl who had the dual degree with law school, she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to London next year. Um, I'm gonna make plans to do that for my internship, my final internship in social work." And then I remember the other girl who was with us, and again, she was married and had a young son at the time. She said, "I would go, but and she was Caucasian. Both of these, young ladies were Caucasian, but she was saying that I would go, but I'm married and I have a young son, so I just can't. I've got too many responsibilities." And it's just something clicked in me at that time when she said it, that like at the time, again, I was 23 years old, was not married, still not married, but at the time was not married, didn't have any kids, still don't have any kids. But and I said, okay, well, I just thought to myself like, okay, well, I'm not married and I don't have any kids, so why not? Like, why not go? Because I may not ever get another opportunity in my life to do this and to go. And anyone who knows me knows that I've always been a person who has really, you know, really been invested in people of other cultures. Like it's intriguing to me. Um, not just the people, but like where they're from and the culture of where they're from, like how they do things. So it just was a good opportunity. Um, yeah, it was a good opportunity at the time to go. Um, so, I made plans to go at the time when I was 23. And even with this trip, you guys, like being 33 now, um, and I can give you the reasons why in the past 10 years I've not traveled until now. Which probably are some of the same reasons other people don't travel, whether they're African American or any other race. But again, this question is for if you are African American, want to know your reasons. If you feel comfortable, you can share that in the comment box below. And please don't be offended, because I'm going to give you my reasons. So I'm just asking for you to share. If you feel led or if you're comfortable with sharing. But so basically, I have not traveled in the past 10 years. Number one, because of student loans. So typically, it's going to be something financial. Student loans, trying to get on my feet, starting my first job, my first real job in social work. You got bills to pay. I got a car bill, I got a car note I got to pay every month. I'm getting established as a young professional, at 24 when I came back from London. Again, in student loan payments, I've got responsibility and obligations. And, that might be your reason as well. The other thing is, being single, and not having friends who travel or who take an interest in going abroad. And when I say take an interest, I'm not just saying like, oh, that would be cool to go one day, but really want to, make the time and preparations and do the research to actually go and do it. So I have very few and far between friends who actually have that vested interest. And then it's like our schedules never line up. And so I know people travel alone, but I'm not really. I can travel to like Charleston or Savannah or places that are kind of like within a 3 to 6 hour vicinity from me alone, and I don't have a problem with that. But like going to another country, especially with the climate of, where the world is right now, I just haven't felt comfortable doing that. So that's another reason, basically, not wanting to travel alone. Um, I'm trying to think of another reason. Um, Delayed gratification. And let me explain that. Um, there is a level of sacrifice you have to, and discipline you have to have in order to save the money, commit the time. Yeah, like especially if you want to do a trip abroad, like it involves a lot of planning, a lot of coordination, a lot of research. Um, so um, everybody, doesn't want to do that. It's been hard for me to do that, to set aside the time, take the leave from work, um, try to save the money, make sure everything was in order pretty much. Um, and so those are kind of the main reasons I want to give. I can probably come up with a whole plethora of reasons, but those are the main ones. I would say financial. Yeah, those are the main reasons. I would say financial, not really having a travel companion, and then like having to make the sacrifices to actually, research and do everything that's required to go abroad. Getting your passport and all that straight. Um, so those are my three main reasons. Um, and I want to just share this with you all, in case you want to go abroad and those are your reasons, or you might have many other reasons. Just like with me starting this YouTube channel, um, there were certain things I wanted to have in order and in place before starting the channel. But then I just kind of said, you know what? Let me just go ahead and put out a video. Let me put out a video, and let me not worry or be so concerned with it being perfect. Like all the conditions being perfect, the lighting, the microphone, the camera, the everything, the angles. Let me not worry about that, and let me just go ahead and share, because that's what's on my heart to do, is share. And, let me work on perfecting it as I go along. And I would encourage you, just kind of the same, to have the same. I would really encourage you to have the same attitude, if you have a desire to go abroad. Um, Definitely um, want you to know that all the conditions are not going to be perfect for you to go. Because even this time around, it wasn't perfect. Like, found out about this trip essentially like 5, 6 months ago. Didn't really have time to, save a whole bunch of money or anything. But I said, I'm going to work with what I got, and I'm going to deal with it, um, when I get back, and really pray, and, um, really be disciplined when I get back. So, um, making sure everything is in order as much as it is in order before I leave, and that it definitely is in order when I get back. Um, so, again, I want to just encourage you that if you're waiting for perfect conditions before you make a move to do something, you'll never do anything. And that's not trying to be mean or harsh, but that's truth, because it's a truth that I've lived. Um, you will never do anything if you're waiting on perfect conditions. Sometimes you just got to step out and do it. And, again, I'm a believer, so, really we call it stepping out on faith and trusting God for the perfection to come as you go. So, hopefully that makes sense. And I'm sorry, like, this is probably going to be a lot of disconjointed footage and videos, because something's going on with my camera. I think, it might be full or something, because the video keeps stopping and I have to keep restarting. So I apologize for that as well, but we're going to do what we going to do, and we're going to put it out there anyway. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there before I show you guys the footage of what I did today. So please definitely comment below, talk back to me, let me know what your thoughts are. And I hope you guys enjoy the footage. But again, this is Modesty33, aka Crystal with a C. And I hope you enjoy the footage. Don't know what we're getting into tomorrow, but I'll try to film that if my camera acting right. And we're just, again, going to keep it moving. But I love you guys, and thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys. Hey, y'all. I just want to put one more thing out there before I go. I'm going to put this somewhere in the vlog. But, yeah. I'm needing to definitely get some sleep. Y'all. Like, I feel like I've been beat down. Somebody took off my glasses, spit in my eyeballs, and kicked me in the face. Like, I don't feel like I've recovered from this plane ride at all. And it wasn't the ride, it's just the luggage, hauling that around, and, you know, all the walking. I just ain't as young as I used to be, y'all. But, yeah, I'm having a good time overall. So I just wanted to put that in there. But again, hope to see you guys in the next video. Please, again, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Love you guys. Mean it. Bye. The day. Right. And we're ready to go. The day. Right. And we're ready to go. That's why people spell my name wrong. Alright, these are the steps. They're very narrow. Very narrow. A very frequent in number. Jesus. Be careful. See, they put that extra step in there to trip you up. Alright. We're headed outside. It's the neighborhood in the morning, y'all. I don't know what this picture quality is though, but I do apologize. The train.
Yeah, because I was looking for Oxford on the time. I didn't have Oxford. They had Cannon, Charing.
Oh no, that's the other way. There's a train. We're in the underground. We have made it. Or actually getting off the overground, headed to the underground. Yeah, that's what I figured. We're leaving. Coming out. Oyster card. Yes, it let me out. Oh, what happened? Oh, I don't know what's going on. Okay. What'd you do? Yay, we're headed to the underground. I'm sorry, it's probably blurry, guys. Alright. Made it to the underground. Hopefully that quality's a little bit better. I got like footage on footage. But yeah, we are at Charing Cross. So this is what this looks like. Actually, probably gonna go to the museum and the parks today. Sorry if this is a bit bright, y'all. I don't know how to really fix the quality on that to adjust for. That might be a little bit better. I don't know. But yeah, we're probably gonna go to like the British Museum today and kind of the free stuff before we start paying out money for tours and all. So this is where we are now. All right. Hey y'all. Walking to Buckingham Palace. So it's about, what, 20 minutes away? This is where we're headed. Sorry, I can't do like a whole switching thing with the camera, so it's gonna be like a lot of disconjointed little clips, but yeah. We're walking in this direction. Isn't that nice? That's cool. I don't know what this building is called. So sad. Don't remember my London geographics. But yeah, we're having a good time. I feel like I do remember this though. I wonder if this is like Trafalgar, I forget how you say it, square. What are you talking about?
I just saw the crown, so I just saw that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. This is like Trafalgar Square, maybe. Yeah. We're in Central Park over here. We made it to Buckingham Palace. So we are here. It's pretty cool. The palace is actually like right here, guys. So we're walking toward that way, but again, detours. Got a little turned around, but we're here. Right. Getting towards it now, guys. You gonna get on? Come over, Jackie.
We'll work on that one.
Yay.
That'll give me a couple of days here. I'll look
London
at it
Eye. Come to the eye.
You stupid.
Oh, okay.
She on your YouTube?
I don't think so. We're here for the changing of the guard. I have to remember to take pictures. Buckingham Palace.
Got it on my face.
You got some with you? No. Oh, no, we gotta get some blood down. I'll be playing. Want to stand there? Stand and watch him. Stand and watch. Stand and watch. Come on, come on.
What?
Come to horsey. Ben, you want to get over there? No, they're coming down the hall. Get off the road! YouTube video. Like somebody looking at you.
They are.
her name, but she's hanging on them too. Like when they did that.
He killed it.
Look at the pretty flowers, y'all, next to the gate. And the gold gates, you might not be able to see them, but I'll post a picture. They're in the back.
We can walk over there to the gates.
Oh.
I ain't trying to go to jail now. I don't mind.
They need changing of the guard at the gates.
Yeah.
One spoonful.
Huh? What we doing? I'm just trying to go with the flow, y'all. Go with all of the flow. We just watched the changing of the guards. That was pretty cool. We're at the Golden Gate. I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to, can't really see me and it at the same time, but yeah, it's quite nice.